In the world of MMA, speed, explosiveness, and agility are not uncommon traits. The same cannot be said for MMA heavyweights, though. While the big boys are always deadly, the skill gap between them and the lower divisions has been night and day, and very rarely a heavyweight has been in any pound-for-pound conversations. Yes, there have been exceptions, but by and large, the Goliaths have relied on one strong skill or brute strength, rather than technical prowess or strategy. But things seem to be changing on a scale never seen before, thanks to the new breed of athletic, fast, skilled, and more intelligent fighters. Enter Tom Aspinall. Having powerful punches is a given, but now we have big boys who move like middleweights. And no one represents this better than England's Tom Aspinall.
We have never seen a heavyweight that is 265 pounds move like he is a lightweight fighter. And on top of that, this dude is extremely well-rounded, man.
Aspinall is a lightning-quick heavyweight who loves to dart in and out of the pocket with combinations. He also blends reactive takedowns beautifully when opponents try to counter his striking. He may be shining mostly as a striker, but he is dangerous everywhere and has shown some vicious ground and pound, which has allowed him to submit crafty veterans like Arlovski and Alexander Volkov. His ability to seamlessly transition between stand-up and ground game caught the attention of many in the MMA community.
Yeah. Tom Aspinall.
I know,
he's so fucking explosive and athletic and scary.
He's an issue.
Guy is such a fucking savage. He's more athletic than anybody we've seen. He puts it together better than everybody else in the heavyweight division.
After amassing an impressive record in the regional circuits.
Good combinations.
Oh, big shot! And he's out! And it's all over! Oh, my word! Aspinall, though, putting in the work here. Big punches from Tom Aspinall. This is going to be it. The referee takes a close look, and it's all over. That kind of fight is taken on him.
Oh, and he's broken his leg.
Oh, my goodness.
But his big breakthrough came in 2020 when he signed with the UFC, where he made his debut against Jake Collier. Aspinall's movement and precision were too much for Collier as the Brit cracked a knee down the middle, following up with a swift 1-2.
His range and his distance, not only finding straight. Oh! What a finish!
That's it!
Wow!
Count for Tom Aspinall in his debut!
Yeah, it just went as planned, to be honest. I knew he was a little bit sloppy with the strikes, and I'm a dangerous striker, so anytime you're going to be sloppy and stuff like that with me, you're going to get caught and it's going to be over, so it just went as planned.
Aspinall's next fight was scheduled against Sergey Spivak. However, the Moldovan had to withdraw from the fight and was scheduled instead against French newcomer Alain Baudot. Tom walked forward, showcasing his power in the first minute of the fight before putting his opponent on his back and pounding his way to victory.
The MMA factory, there's a lot of big guys.
Good to be able to get the fight to the ground.
This
Got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. There he is.
Aspinall picked up his second UFC win, and he still spent less than 3 minutes of total time inside the Octagon. His next opponent would prove more of a challenge. Well, at least on paper. Tom faced off against former champion and UFC legend Andre Arlovski. From the bell, Aspinall controlled the range and darted in and out, countering the veteran and returning shots of his own until he hurt Arlovski with a barrage of punches.
Darren Till's watching, so confident in there. Oh, he connected!
Oh, wow!
This could be
Aspinall's trying to put it all together. Arlovski just covering up each body.
This is good for Arlovski, though. It gives him a chance to get back into this fight. Landed a shot. Remember, Walt Harris came hot out the gate.
Oh! Big right from Arlovski.
He would, however, see the end of the round. After a few back-and-forth exchanges in the second, Tom decided to go for a blast double. Less than 8 seconds later, the fight was over.
It goes right under the chin. A tap quickly for Arlovski. Tom Aspinall.
one of those fights that you learn from a lot. You know, you learn what you need to do as you're trying to get better, like you said the other day.
Yeah, I've got a lot to improve on. If I want to be a champion, which I think, I know that I can be, I've got a lot to improve on, man. And I want to be fighting more veterans like that because you can learn from them. They're not just going to... I was hitting him with some clean shots, but because he's took so many shots, he knows how to ride the shots and close the distance so you don't land them clean and all kinds of stuff that I've not really dealt with much before. So, yeah, I'd like to fight someone like him again. See, it's not a lot of the stuff. It's not really something that I need to work on in the gym because I do it in the gym. It's stuff that I need to do in fights. Like, I feel like some of my fakes, and my distance control is world class. But then when I get in the fights, I can do it sometimes, and then sometimes it just takes me a while to get like a rhythm going for some reason. I don't know what that is, and I need to work on that. So the more fights, that's what I mean. I need more experience.
Aspinall would be back in the Apex 7 months later to face previously mentioned and top 10 opponent Sergey Spivak. Aspinall controlled the Octagon and was able to keep Spivak on the outside. Halfway through the round, Tom clinched up with Spivak. A knee to the body acted as a smokescreen for the elbow that followed.
He thought, wow, that inspired him. I thought he was going to say knee, but he said, so he's got very fast hands. Oh!
Slicing the Moldovan right open and earning him a third performance of the night bonus.
Tom Aspinall! Still all the rage! Wow! What a moment for the budding heavyweight contender! Wow!
His 4 impressive wins earned him a main event spot on the UFC London card against 6'7" Russian sniper Alexander Volkov. Tom wasted no time and pressured Volkov early. The speed advantage was on display the whole fight.
Calvon. And straight in, look at that! Looking for a lockdown on the right leg of Aspinall.
The underhook on the left side.
Oh,
he's got to lean on a bit. There's another elbow.
Aspinall giving him a shelling at the moment.
He's going to
and he's got a leg now as well.
Side here.
Tom backs out of it.
Let it go. Knee to the midsection. There's the elbow. Nice job by Volkov, though. I agree with it, but he said Tom hasn't been to deep waters. I believe that's a disadvantage. If he can get him to the later rounds, he'll start to take over.
3 minutes in, Tom went for a takedown and planted Volkov on his back before securing a straight arm lock.
He's listening to his corner, looking up, waiting for instruction.
Straight arm lock attempt here from Aspinall. He's done it! Tom Aspinall!
Listen, people, I've been telling everybody all week, I'm born for this. I'm ready.
The London card was such a success that the UFC decided to come back less than 4 months later. The main headliner was Tom Aspinall against the number 4 ranked heavyweight Curtis Razor Blades. Unfortunately for Aspinall, his win streak would end here. Only 15 seconds into the fight, Tom stepped in for a kick, but fell over and blew his knee out completely.
His knee's gone. Wow. His knee's gone.
Oh, such a shame.
Aspinall suffered a torn MCL, a torn meniscus, and ACL damage, which sidelined him for 12 months.
We have a look here. Take you on the couch, and then we'll take you through your scans and go from there.
Just right inside there.
On the inside.
Yeah.
End up as far as you can.
This didn't bend anyway, so
that's
as far. It's not going to go much further than that. Yeah. Oh, that does. Not great. I don't. Oh, that's. No, there's not a lot of good stuff going on here.
Was that bad going into that fight? Or have you always had knees problems?
The way I thought, I don't like to talk about it too much because it's like people say like, well, why did you fight with a bad knee? But that bad knee has been bad
for years.
Mate, I've had that since before I was in the UFC. Yeah. That night, I kicked him and my knee just locked up completely. I kicked him, my knee locked and I just couldn't move it. It just, something snapped in there and then that was it. So
I was going to ask you about the rehab. What's the rehab being like, lad?
Good, really good. Yeah. Mate, I'm smashing the rehab, I'm smashing the everything. Like, my focus has been 100% and getting better. And like I said before, like, when I come back, I'm not like, before I was like, it wasn't like I was using it for an excuse, but there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't do. And I was always like, I've got to be careful with it. There's none of that anymore, mate.
It's like, I'm coming back when I'm ready and I'm going to go and win the title now. And that's it. I'm going to win the title. There's no two ways about it. That's what I'm doing.
After rehabilitating his knee, Aspinall was back in action with another headliner in London. This time, the victim's name was Marcin Tybura. There were no hiccups this time, and Tom dispatched the pole with ease.
It is a very, very tough bout. Many fighters.
Right on the feet.
Double legs right there.
Oh, nice elbow.
A perfectly placed 1-2 down the barrel sat Tybura down, a few more strikes on the ground, and Aspinall was rewarded yet another performance bonus.
Big shot.
He blew right through him.
Winner by TKO!
Congratulations, Tom Aspinall. Is there a sense of relief, or is there a sense of, I knew I could do this? How are you feeling about the victory?
A bit of both, to be honest. I forgot how stressful this stuff is, honestly. My anxiety levels were like way up there all day. Oh my goodness, but yeah, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. I feel amazing. Like when I start flowing and throwing them light shots and making angles, they don't see the punches. It's simple as that, and they're the ones that hurt.
With Tom's impressive resume, a title shot was inevitable. However, initially a heavyweight title showdown between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic was scheduled for UFC 295, but Jones tore his pectoral tendon during training and would require surgery, resulting in a quick decision by Dana White to schedule the number 4 ranked Tom Aspinall against the at the time number 1 ranked Sergey Pavlovich. The Russian entered the fight riding an impressive 6-fight win streak.
Tom and Sergey are the guys. Get ready. This is going to be like a new version of Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier. They're going to be rivals. They're probably going to fight again because there's no one better. They are leaps and bounds above everybody else.
Like this matchup, it felt like we knew that Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich were going to fight each other for a UFC heavyweight title at some point over the next 2 years. And we just sort of got it way more prematurely than we all expected. This was sort of the next era. This was going to be the post-Jones era. This was going to be the post-Stipe era.
Each victory, a first-round knockout finish. The game plans were evident from the start. Both men were feeling each other out and gauging the distance. Tom stayed light on his feet and darted in and out, but it was the Russian that would land first. Aspinall was on notice and would use good head movement to circle away from his opponent.
Those leg kicks will pay dividends.
A picture-perfect right hook to the temple put Pavlovich on skates. A follow-up 1-2, and the Russian was put out of his misery. A new champion was crowned.
Tom Aspinall!
A sensational victory. Tell us what is going through your mind right now.
I just want to say to everyone at home, listen, if you ever get the chance to do something and you're scared to do it, you should fucking definitely do it because there's a chance it's going to pay off. This belt is dedicated to my father.
Interim heavyweight champion of the world, Tom Aspinall!
Now, Tom Aspinall will be defending his title against Curtis Blades in Manchester, looking to seek redemption after an ill-fated 15-second ACL tear in their first encounter in July 2022. With Jones and Miocic sidelined, only time will tell how the future of the heavyweight division will play out.